Okay then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Diablo 4 with a load of information confirmed by the developers and community manager inside of Blizzard. There is so much going on with Diablo right now and so many more updates that are due to come, some before Season 1 even starts. So with that being said, let's dive on into it without any further ado. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on, it'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you utilize code CLOUD when checking out an advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement for all your gaming and training needs. Now let's dive on in to some Diablo news. So starting off, we have a response here from Adam Fletcher to something that is actually really important and something that I solidly believe is probably one of the most important updates due to come in the future. But right here, BD Pulse states Diablo 4 desperately needs a group finder or party finder. It was one of the main components in the past which made Diablo so fun. There are dozens of posts on Reddit with thousands of users who agree with this. Is this something that you've been hearing? To Pez Radar, aka Adam Fletcher. And for reference, right here, not having a party finder is a mistake and makes level 70 plus boring with 1.8k upvotes. Adam Fletcher actually responds saying, we addressed this on the Campfire chat stream. It's a thing that we have been hearing, more of a quality of life feature for the future as we continue evolving and updating the game. Now that's huge. For me, this is a massive feature that just needs to come into place. There are so many people that are playing solo, and if you don't play solo, then you have to play with friends, and if not, then you have to go into a load of chat rooms and Discord channels and stuff like that just to be able to find people to play with, where it'd be so much easier just clicking a party finder and diving in to the same sort of gaming activities that you want to with a load of other people that want to do the same thing. It's just so much simpler. But anyway, with that being said, we have got quite a lot to dive into. Talking about Campfire chats, this guy right here, Chris Tawata, or at least that's how I pronounce it, Tawata. I'm really sorry, I butchered your name. But with the first big patch out of the way and Season 1 starting soon, when can we expect another dev update or Campfire chat? Next one needs more Campfire. Rod Ferguson can be in charge of s'mores. And Adam Fletcher states, more news on that later this week. Exciting stuff indeed. Hopefully we'll get another Campfire chat coming very soon, and later this week we'll actually have a little bit more information with regards to it. But some things that are not so interesting and something that makes little to no sense at all, coming from E1 Evaded, stating, Joseph, in a perfect world, meaning no restrictions from the FCC, would you consider making cosmetic NFT like the really rare unique? I guess what I'm asking is, what's your thoughts on NFT and if you can see the future with having them in the game? Now Joseph goes straight in with a nope, full stop, which is absolutely phenomenal. The world of NFTs is really sketchy, and there's so many scams and issues that have been going on in that scene right now, or at least over the last 6 to 12 months. So it's really nice to know that Diablo isn't going into it. I feel like it'd be such a mistake if they did. We got people like Dr. Disrespect actually inputting it into his game, which is yet to be seen on whether that's a good idea or not. But I'm glad for now that Diablo are not even entertaining it. It's a massive no-go for me. But while we're talking about in-game, the one thing that I am suffering with massively on the PlayStation 5, and I know a lot of PC users are having the same thing right now, is this right here. Cody says, Joseph, any fix for the server stutters and lag? Because oh bloody my, this thing is an absolute nightmare. Every single day I'm experiencing it. Every single day I'm having to just be careful with how far in I go into getting into a horde, and really having to watch my health bar like there is no tomorrow, because right now the stutters and the lag are just jumping so far that if I'm not healing during the stutter, then I generally miss it and then die for no bloody reason. It's a good job I don't like playing hardcore, because this would be a freaking end point for me. It's mad. But Joseph actually states, patch 1.0.0 0.3 does have some performance and stability improvements in it, but we will continue to identify these opportunities over time. But for me personally, patch 1.0.3, although it was good and it held a lot of buffs, didn't really fix this issue whatsoever. Came on late last night after the patch had been rolled out, and it was still worse than it's ever bloody been. And I know full well that on PC a lot of people are having the same issue as well. If you guys are having this issue, please pop it down in the comment section down below. I'm really intrigued to know if this is just me or if these server lags and the stutters are still happening for all of you guys. Although this one right here is a really interesting one as we look at world tiers. Is it possible to fix the loot drop for world tier 4? I wish to be getting ancestral gear instead of sacred gear, and I feel like I'll be getting more sacred than ancestral. In world tier 4, that should definitely not feel like the case, and it should definitely be a little bit frustrating for you, so I completely understand this one. But Adam Fletcher states, team is looking to adjust better rewards by season 1. Now this is really interesting because it should mean, and there's already a bit of an insight as to whether we're going to have a world tier 5 come in. The likelihood is we're probably not going to get it in season 1. It'll probably be a little bit later down the line. But the fact that they're adjusting the rewards to make them better already is definitely a great insight into this. And most definitely working on world tier 4 and being able to get more ancestrals and sacred is absolutely incredible. And if they do actually work that by season 1, then that'll be something that we all should agree with. And now when we talk about the patch 1.0.3, this guy right here, Ryan, says, is this the one that's 13 pages long of patch notes or whatever? I heard something about that. And Adam says, most of it, we got some other items before season 1 to address some other issues. That is absolutely crazy. We are definitely going to have an update before we get into season 1, which is due to be maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, that we should see another update coming from Blizzard for Diablo 4, which for me is absolutely incredible. How big this will be, we'll have to wait and see, but it's a very interesting concept indeed to know that we're going to be getting another update before we get season 1 come through. And I'd like to think that it's probably a substantial one, just because of the way that they kind of like pan this and the amount of changes coming to season 1. They're really going to have to work quite hard on this. Anyway, moving into Reddit though, there is some stuff in here. States, the quality of life to teleport to any dungeon is amazing. A really fine QOL aspect. Thank you developers. It saves so much time, especially for those dungeons that require a bit more traveling time, like Dark Ravine, for example. Keep these neat quality of life changes coming. Edit Nightmare Dungeon entrance. This was an absolutely incredible update, and I think that although they were very minute buffs to it, I think that the changes that they made to NM dungeons and being able to actually teleport to any dungeon via that aspect is very clever indeed, and something that they should definitely start looking at with other areas of the game, because these little changes, although they are small, will make a massive difference to your playstyle and how it is that you actually maneuver around the game. Nobody wants to be hopping on horseback and just running around absolutely everywhere to get to a single dungeon. That's just my partake. And then this one right here got 3.8k upvotes, which is absolutely incredible, and stating yesterday's patch was an all-around W. While they may not have addressed everything we have been talking or complaining about, the majority of the patch was quality of life fixes that addressed a lot of community feedback. While we are still waiting on a few things, I think the contents of that patch shows that the devs are at least paying attention to us and are actively trying to make our experience better. I would also like to take this time to remind everyone we are still in season 0. Based on how hot fixes are being pushed, I've shifted my view of this 4-week period to more of a rehearsal in front of the actual game starting in season 1. We have to be honest, the changes they have made and the attention this is getting from Blizzard have actually blown me away. I didn't expect half of the improvements Blizzard have made to be done so quickly. If this pattern continues, I can see this game being fantastic in season 2+. I think season 1 is going to be rough in my opinion. This is not a perfect game, but they have been acting acting very un-Blizzard-like this whole time, or rather, I think they've been acting like old Blizzard for this, and it's honestly refreshing. Besides the gem tab that is confirmed for Season 2, what change/improvements is everyone hoping to see most in Season 1? Mine is a mount overhaul right now. The mount interaction with the world is the most clunky for me. Now, this isn't the worst insight to have whatsoever. I do have a very narrow mind when it comes to this sort of stuff, so I don't really look at it like that. I look at it as in, if they wanted a quote-unquote rehearsal, then maybe push out a load more betas and have a load more people play it beforehand. This shouldn't be the rehearsal. The game has launched. You have paid a lot of money to be able to play the game, and I don't believe that games should be okay when they launch, but incredible by Season 2, which is about 3 months a season, so we're looking at 6 months to 8 months deep by the time that we actually get by the end of Season 2. So I think that this is it's a good point, and it's a great way to look at it. But for me personally, I just can't. I think that once a game releases and you put money into it, you should be getting the product you're paying for. That's just my personal opinion. But the game is very good, and I'm having so much fun in the game right now, and the leveling schematics and all of that sort of stuff has been absolutely incredible for me. With that being said though, let me know what you guys are thinking about everything we spoke about today in the video down in the comments section. Let's get some discussions going. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces. And I'm aiming to, in the next video, hopefully read out a load of your comments to go over some more topics that you guys want to talk about. So, with that being said, leave a comment and you might feature in the next video. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you all. And as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.